Welcome to this instructional video on installing the Arnott coil spring conversion kit for the Porsche Cayenne 92A, excluding hybrids. We'll guide you through the process to ensure a smooth and safe installation experience. Before starting, ensure you have the necessary safety measures in place which can be found in the vehicle owner's manual. Lift and immobilize the vehicle properly and isolate any stored energy to prevent injuries or damage. This vehicle contains a closed air supply system. Replacement of components requires proper adherence to procedures set forth within OE servicing literature. Failure to comply with the OE prescribed procedures can result in component damage and/or failure. Start by disabling and deflating the air suspension system. Now raise the vehicle and remove the front wheel. Open the hood and remove the applicable engine bay trim to access the strut's top mount and the electrical connector. Remove the engine strut damper. Next, disconnect the electrical connection to the strut. Now loosen and remove the strut's top mounting nuts. Also loosen and remove the airline and then remove and discard the OE air fitting. Now remove the airline fitting from the air hose and discard it. To do this, remove the collet and the remaining fitting will slide off the air hose. Next, disconnect the height sensor linkage. Also disconnect the brake hose grommet. Then disconnect the ABS sensor grommet and connection. Now separate the ball joint from the spindle assembly. Next, loosen and remove the top sway bar end link bolt and nut. Loosen the bottom sway bar end link nut, but do not remove it. Now loosen and remove the lower strut bolt. Now you're able to remove the strut from the vehicle, which completes the removal. Start the installation by installing the new Arnott coil strut into the vehicle. Position the strut lower mount to the lower control arm and insert the lower mount bolt. Please do not tighten it yet. Using an appropriate jack, raise the wheel hub to normal ride height. Ensure the top mount seats properly in the strut tower and connect the spindle to the upper control arm. Connect the sway bar end link to the strut and tighten the bottom sway bar end link nut. Reroute the wiring harnesses and brake lines. Reconnect the height sensor link and ABS sensor harness and install the 3 supplied top strut mounting nuts. Now reinstall the engine strut damper. Also reinstall the side trim cover under the hood. Seal off and secure unused air lines and harness connections. Lastly, reinstall the wheels and the strut installation is complete. Open the rear cargo hatch and remove applicable side paneling to remove the rear. Ensure the air suspension system has been disabled and deflated. Next, raise the vehicle and remove the rear wheels. Also remove the airline and disconnect the electrical connection to the strut. Remove the bottom mount bolt. Next, remove the bottom mount of the strut from the wheel carrier. Also remove the 4 top mount screws. Note the positions of the different length screws for installation. It may be necessary to use a hydraulic jack for assistance. Remove the strut from the vehicle and the removal is complete. Start the rear installation by installing the new Arnott coil strut into the vehicle. With an assistant, pull down on the wheel hub to position the lower strut mount into the wheel knuckle. Now install the lower mount bolt, but do not tighten it yet. Then use an appropriate jack to lift the wheel hub to normal ride height. Ensure the upper mount seat into the body properly. Then install the upper mount bolts. Tighten the lower mount bolt. Seal off and secure unused air lines and electrical connections. Now reinstall the wheels and the installation is complete. For the electronic bypass module installation, first remove the trim panel from the passenger side rear cargo area to gain access to the air suspension module. Now disconnect the 2 harnesses from the module. The modules will remain unplugged while the EBM is in service. Using the table below, tap the wires and connect to the EBM harness. Now connect the EBM to the EBM harness. Secure it in a suitable location. Do not plug the suspension module back in. Next, reassemble the cargo area and the installation is complete. Thank you for following our guide on installing an Arnott coil spring conversion kit. Proper installation ensures the longevity and performance of your vehicle's suspension system. Stay safe and happy repairing.